Really like to know that I'm not filming my handlebars and that everybody's getting a great shot of further down the road. But since my phone is not communicating with my GoPro for whatever reason right now, I can't really monitor that. No risk of getting hit by a car since I'm on a trail though. But I'm looking forward to getting away from the highway so I don't have those loud vehicles coming by, making extra noise. Not the most scenic part of the trail. Pretty much flat. If I keep going, I'll end up in Louisville and then eventually in South Bend. And I'm hoping for some views by the river before my camera dies. We'll see how long I can do this ride. Always remember the ride back, and whatever distance you've gone, you have to have enough endurance to double that and get back to where you came. So with a banged up knee, I might not get overly ambitious. I have to work on my feet tomorrow morning, first day at Amazon, and a little worried how this knee is gonna feel when I start working on my feet. So hopefully somebody up there in the clouds is looking down on me and make sure I can just have aches and pains and no inability to do my job. It's what we're all praying for, small lessons. Lessons learned without major injuries are great. However, if you've had one where you asked for death because you were in so much pain, I've been there. Just remember what you've survived through. Hopefully I can have some good music in the background because I love to talk. I've been talking to myself for years, so I'm really thinking that might be a bonus for people that want the information. The other people can put the video on mute, play their own music, drowned out Adam. I had a buddy tell me once that he only caught about half of what I was saying. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. I gotta make the topic interesting enough for you to pay attention the whole time on. So, I'm not perfect. I have good intentions, but I never know when to shut up, so. For better or worse, we all have parts of our personality that hinder us, but try to use whatever you have to be a benefit to the people around you. Really happy that I went out biking all winter as much as I could to really get in those long 30-mile runs, mainly on paved trails. If you're from Omaha, the West Papio starts behind Hy-Vee on 156th and Maple and runs down, and then you can hop on Zorinsky, go around that, and then travel further south. Right now, it's a little bit of a mess on Q Street and Millard Avenue. I'm hoping by the police station there in those new apartments, they eventually make a safer connection for people to use that trail. But now that connects with the lower part of the trail. Harry Anderson Avenue, I believe, is the road with the meat packing plant. Nice long trail. Again, all paved. Great way to start biking where you're not on a rough road. Again, very interested to see how this camera goes as far as over the bouncing. I was really impressed with the upgrade from the 6, the Hero 6 to the Hero 7 on the ability to really stabilize the camera. On the second half, I think I'm gonna flip the camera around some way because of my leaning over. I'm worried that I'm not getting enough footage of the beautiful trees and the lush green around me, and I'm filming my handlebars, which I see a lot of videos in that regard. And nobody really wants to see your handlebars, maybe the bottom of them. I did install these extender pieces on the side that you could probably see on the edge of the video. so my hands can be a little bit higher up. I like the stability when I'm climbing hills, of being able to grab these and then switching down if I need to brake. However, I'm on a really level, pretty nice, easygoing trail here. So far, no real big inclines if you're worried about that struggle of getting up the hills. So I don't know if that changes the camera much, maybe it doesn't. But I'm always worried that I'm leaning over too much to really get a great shot of the trees around me. So again, whether you're starting out biking and you're just trying to go on trails in town, you have the furthest east one I know of is probably the Wabash, but again, that's a little bit more of a trail like this. Keystone runs all the way north and south from about 90th down 90th and Park Drive, I believe, right around there, all the way down to where Culver's is. It's a great, nice place to get some good crinkly fries, warm up after a bike ride. But the nice part about Culver's down there is that will connect you up with Keystone Trail, which also connects you to the Papio Trail. But again, if you want the most beautiful ride in town in Omaha, I truly believe that's going to be the West Papio and leading into Zrinski. If you get a chance to go to Zrinski, try to spend some time on the west part of the lake. It kind of looks like a figure eight. 168th Street runs right down the middle of the park. But I really enjoy the time biking, seeing all the pine trees that remind me of Colorado. Gonna be planning a trip here later this summer to go to Purgatory once I heal up, get a little more endurance, a little more comfortable with my bike. But in Purgatory, they're planning on opening on June 20th, and they will literally take you on the lifts, the ski lifts, to the top of the mountain, and you ride all sorts of trails going down. So I think last year they said it was around $50 to go. You can book online and save a few dollars the night before. And the benefit of that is kind of waiting until you know what the weather is going to do, based off of you have a couple days to choose. One maybe to be in town enjoying restaurants, and then another day to really get on the bike trail. But save a little cash, but plan really close to the last minute so you know what weather is going to do. But I love seeing the pine trees in Nebraska. Anything that reminds me of the state of Colorado. Lived out in Denver, not a fan of Denver, but I do love getting up into the mountains, and I miss being that close to access all those trails. But Nebraska does offer the ability to have kind of an entry-level, slight off-roading ability. Okay, so now this part of the trail looks like I'm running into some mud. I'm gonna try to slow down just a little bit and see how my traction is before I've got some sand here. I think it might be benefit to drop my gears back down a little bit.